So I just watched Rebel Moon on Netflix, and there are a few things that I want to say about it. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, if you're like, "What's Rebel Moon?" Stop this video right here. Be sure to check out the teaser reaction that I did, and also check out the trailer reaction that I did if you haven't had a chance to watch those videos. But I'm gonna talk a little bit about the show. I won't get into too many spoilers, but yeah. Here's my thoughts. So, all in all, when it comes to Rebel Moon, I think you do get a typical Zack Snyder movie. The man knows how to film, direct, produce action sequences. Always has to drop some slow-mo in there. That's how you know it's Zack Snyder. All in all, though, I think Rebel Moon, like I talked about when I reviewed and watched the trailer, it's pulling from a lot of different elements. We have some Harry Potter elements, we have obviously some Star Wars elements, and a few other sci-fi shows kind of all intertwined. I don't know if you all got this thought, but this weirdly reminded me of Dune in some ways, and I think that's why maybe a lot of people don't like it. No, I'm kidding. But I think what makes this interesting is that Rebel Moon is kind of its own thing. It's not a reboot. It's not reimagining. It's its own original thing, which awesome, great new content for us to check out. But as much as a lot of people talk about wanting new content, many people just like to beat the nostalgia train to the end. So when it comes to Rebel Moon, I think this movie, and we know there's a second part to it, but this movie really, I think its purpose was kind of setting the stage and letting you know who the big players will be in the next one. And I think that's kind of one of my problems with this, is that not super much happened in this first movie because it's setting up the next one. It was already called Rebel Moon Part 1, A Child of Fire. So if we have a Part 1, we know there'll be a Part 2. So this movie was really just letting you know who's the team, who's the gang. We have Tarvak, Nemesis, General Titus, Korra, the farmer dude. I want to say his name like Gunnar. Sorry, can't remember. But, those are kind of our core group that we did meet. This movie did an interesting job in the sense that we were moving a lot throughout this universe. We weren't really getting major introductions to, like, this is this planet, and these are the people that live there. It was very much like we're jumping right into these characters, the things that are happening to them. They might show us a little bit of backstory on them, but we weren't really focused on, like, who those characters were and how we got there. They didn't even really show General Titus's background. We just know he was this great general, but we haven't had a chance to see it. Sorry, just as I'm thinking about it, this also gives me some Star Trek vibe with the Borg for one particular scene. But, this movie very much was like, pull the band together, get them to the next one. A lot of things were not truly explained, but don't get me wrong, the visuals are great, the sequences are good. It just was very look for the next one. And I know I keep saying that. The thing that I would compare Rebel Moon to the most is John Carter of Mars. I think that came out at the wrong time for sci-fi. Not to say Rebel Moon came out at the wrong time, but I think it's so unique that I think if you just watch it, you're not going to appreciate it, but you really have to look at the depth of what they hope to build. John Carter of Mars was so good. And if you have watched it, let me know if you see the comparison that I'm trying to make. I don't want to say too much either way because of spoilers, but what'd you think of Rebel Moon? Did you check it out? Let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, thanks so much for watching with me, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.